Hello, good evening. It's Monday, so it's mostly make time, and we're going to be playing with our beautiful little butterflies tonight. I've got a bit of an idea, not sure if it's going to work, but that's normally how it goes, isn't it? So I think I'm going to jump straight in. Just checking YouTube account, it has. So good evening to everyone over there as well. So yeah, I'm going to get playing I think tonight. I want to do big, bold and bright colours with a bit of grunge in there as well. So we'll see what it ends up like, shall we? Let's see if I can find the right button. There we go. So I have got in front of me a little 5x7. Oh, looks like we might be having gremlins again. Let's bear with. Oops. Let's just see if we can get Facebook to come back on, because it doesn't look like it wants to. Let's double check all my connections, because they're not having a good time with Facebook. Nope, it's all saying it's fine, but it's definitely not fine because it's not going. Bear with. There we go. Might let me in this time. There we go. Right. I don't know what is going on at all. Seems to be a really big delay. Not sure what to do. Bear with a few minutes because it keeps timing out on me. Bear with 1 minute. Hello, good evening again. When we look like we're having gremlins tonight on the old Facey B. So just bear with whilst we try and fix it, because it's just not happy at all tonight for some reason. Here we go. Go in again. It's really not happy tonight for some reason at all. It's a little bit happier than it was the first time round. Right, I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to try again. So, good evening if you've just tuned in. Sorry to YouTube because, well, Facebook's playing up tonight. It's normally YouTube that we have a few little problems with, but tonight it's Facebook. Anyway, I'm going to get crafting because that I can do. The technology stuff, I'm not always good with that. But the crafting side, I can do that. So I'm going to keep my eye on this. Looks like we've not got a microphone. Oh no, we have. Okay, I'm going to get going and see how this goes because it is just playing up something rotten. Yeah, we have got a microphone. Right, I'm going to try. And if it boots us off, it boots us off. But I'll try and remember where I was up to, and then I can recreate it from there, can't I? Right, so in front of me, I have got a 5x7 card, base card. I'm going to be really quick tonight because, like I say, we have got proper gremlins. I've got a 5x7 base card. I've then cut myself a 4x6 little map, and then a bit of grey to go with it because I want to do something a little bit grungy. So I'm going to pop that to one side and I'm going to start with this one, and I'm just going to grab a few colours. So I want this quite bright but grungy as well. I know it doesn't always go together, that does it? But that's what I'm hoping. Oh, I don't like it when Facebook plays up. So I've just grabbed some Brusho. So I'm just going to do a few little dots. So I've got some yellow, some of that really bright, vibrant yellow. If it wants to go on, there we go. I've got Alzarian Crimson because if you've got bright yellow, you need a bit of the definitely a bit of that pink. And then I'm going to grab a bit of my turquoise as well. There we go. Right. So you can see I've made a bit of a mishmash up there. Oh, I didn't fill up my water bottle. Yeah, isn't that happy chappy? I could have helped myself by actually remembering to fill up my water bottle, but I didn't. So, I've got a nice vibrant background. Let me grab my kitchen roll because we're going to knock it back a bit. And I've actually got a bit of textured kitchen roll, so we might end up with a bit of texture from our kitchen roll on it as well, which is fine. So I'm just blotting off some of that colour. I could have used another piece of paper, but for quickness, there we go, we didn't end up with any on our oh, we've got a few little patterns on there, but I'm going to get this dried. I did say it was going to be nice and bright tonight, didn't I? And I need this to dry because we're not going to do any more wet work on this, I don't think. always famous last words, that, isn't it? So there we go. I think Stacey Bean might have just settled down a bit. Touch wood, hang on, touch wood. There we go. Touch the walls. Right, so we've got a rather nice little background going on there. Let me put that in the bin, otherwise it's just going to go everywhere, isn't it? And I hadn't tidied my table. Get that wiped down. I'm trying to see if I've got any water left in my water bottle. I've got like a top up one that I keep in here. It's not even been topped up. Right, so I'm going to start off with, I think, these lovely arrows. I'm going to go this way with them. So I want some grey, because none of this is going to be my focal point. So I'm going straight in with the grey. Normally I'd layer up my colours, but tonight I'm going straight in with that lovely, lovely grey if the lid wants to come off. There we go. So I'm just going to start popping little bits on here, and you'll notice I'm not inking it up properly. We are in background mode, so we don't need to worry what our stamping looks like. Ooh. It's going like a nosedive, this one, isn't it, at the moment? There we go. I think I'm going a bit dark, so we will. We'll start to just blot this off, I think. So I need a bit of cardboard. It's not going to show anything that you shouldn't see. There we go. So we're just going to blot and then start to stamp again. Oops. There you go, and just to balance it, because at the moment we've got that really dark line, haven't we? So just to balance it, I'm going to put another dark line across the top or bottom, whichever way you want to call it. And I know it's going the opposite way. That's okay too. Evening, Mum. We're having a few Facebook gremlins tonight, so I am going as fast as I can. And just blot that off. And pop it on like that. I do regret how dark that one has gone on, but we will recover. Just grabbing my butterfly to see how much of it I'm actually going to see, because I'm not really loving that background at the moment. And we're going to see quite a bit of it, I think. But as we always say, we'll keep going. Because my idea is this is going to go onto our card, and then we're going to have a big, nice butterfly on the top as well. So, guess it's growing on me. I can't decide actually whether I like it or not at the moment, which is always a meh. Anyway, I'm going to move that to one side. I want my little dangly bits. Now I was going to do these in white, and I think I'm still going to do them in white, even though my background's not quite as dark, as bold as I wanted it to be, because I knocked it back too much, I think. So I'm just going to grab these two. I'm running out of space. You will not believe, but I have actually tidied my desk, and I am running out of space more often now that I've tidied my desk than I did before tidying my desk. can't see where it is, so we're going to have to do it one at a time. It's that a bit long to dry, you can see, can't you? This one again. See, that one's much better, so I'm going to re-ink that one because it's all fell off anyway. So put that one on. It's going to be one of them nights, isn't it? I can't do anything right tonight. So if we come out with anything that looks half decent tonight, I'm going to be happy. There we go. I'm just going to turn it around, even in Noala. Just going to turn it around. I'm going to do exactly the same up at the other end. And again, because I can't see a sausage. There we go. Oh, I'm just going to dry that one very well. I'm just going to use my brush. Just knock it off there. Again, creating some little dangly bits, but because I'm working on a coloured surface, even with my tinted embossing powder, I can't see where I'm stamping. So I'm having to put my powder on between each one. There you go. I don't think I did actually dry this, did I? After I stamped them bits on. Right, I think I'm quite happy with that. Alright, that little bit of like pop of white, and then we're going to colour these in, I think. Unless I really like it. And I've covered my desk in it. Just use my anti-static rag to get rid of it for the moment. Not the neatest of embossing. Yeah, I think it might be starting to grow a little bit. It's a bit more than that actually. Oh. That one, the embossing powder was still sticky. So you can see, well, with my big hands in the way, I'm going to paint using our brusho. I'm going to do purple and the blue and the pink. So my turquoise and my Alzarian crimson I'm going to use. There we go. That water's not happy at all, is it? I'm not going to use that paintbrush because it looks filthy. I'm just going to start with a few little blue bits. highlight our squares a little bit more. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Evening, Tracy. Oh, don't worry, we've got gremlins, so hopefully we're doing better than we were the first time. We're on second time's a charm tonight. So I am going for it tonight. I'm going as quick as I can, in case it wants to boot us off again. My squares aren't quite standing out as much as I would like them to, so we're going to do a little bit of shading or highlighting around them just to make them stand out a little bit more. Oh, come on, Mr. Squirts. There we go. There we go. And we're going to grab our pink as well. There's got these little squares. I do like these little squares. I think they're quite useful. Could be like decorations, couldn't they? Like sideways bunting. Or square bunting even. Is it still bunting if it's square though? That is a question. Odd look in this background at the moment, isn't it? I'm sure. Let's see if I can try and wash my paintbrush here without using all my water. We're running on dregs. With the gremlins, I'm not leaving my computer. There we go. Evening, Sue. There we go. Right. I'm not going to use my embosser, my heat gun on that, even though I'd like to, because we've got the embossing powder on there, so I don't basically want to melt it and colour tint it at the same time, because that's what would happen. It'd melt and that brush would react with it. So you can see how this is starting to. I'm quite liking them dark lines now, actually. I'm thinking we might put. We've got a saying, haven't we, with these? I've been working with October's today. So, yeah, I have. So I keep forgetting what's with each stamp set. I'm thinking we've got that Life is Beautiful. And we've got And So Are You. I think that might be a little bit big, but it won't be if we do it. Where's my back? Oh, so this is going to be my background. And then we might do Life is Beautiful. Let's see. Oh, come on. It's like trying to straighten spaghetti. No. Maybe. We'll see. Here's an idea though. Anyway. It might work. It might. I'll go with might. So all I'm going to use is a bit of a charcoal pencil. And just... Can you see how it just highlights? Or adds shading to our little, oh, wrong side, never mind, our little boxes, and makes them stand out that little bit more. And when feeling fancy at the end, we might add a bit of glossy accents to them as well. That's how much I like these little boxes. But look at that one. compared to that one? Don't they jump out that little bit more? And really I haven't done much to them. Apart from use a pencil that we really could do with a sharpen. There we go. How cool does that look? I'm actually going to come down on that line as well. Could be little robots, couldn't they? It might just be my brain that sees that. Right. So, we've got quite a bit going on there, haven't we? And we're still going to put our gorgeous butterfly right on the top. So, I think that background now, I am going to add some glossy accents to it, but I'll do it when we start constructing in a minute. I'm going to do that. I'm going to colour in our butterfly next, or do our butterfly next. And then we will see. Oh, that's definite. Oh, maybe it will fit. Oh, it does. I wasn't expecting it to fit on that one, but it did. Off my desk, and now I need a butterfly sized scrap piece of card. There we go. And you've probably noticed I'm not squeaking tonight. I've admitted defeat, and I've changed from the squeaky chair that kept falling down on me to my stool, but now I feel like I'm on a perch. And I keep going to lean back, which is not a good thing when you're on a stool with no back. So if you suddenly see like my legs flailing around, it's because I went backwards and there's no back. Right. Oops. Now comes the problem though. What colours are we going to colour our butterfly? There we go. Because we have all this loveliness behind. I'm going to trim that down a bit. So I'm thinking I might try a little bit of grey. So I've got a decision to make. Either I go with a grey pen or I go with my grey brusho. I will say it's easier to turn around to get to my brushos. On the stool. There we go, right. Nope, you can't see the back of that one. See the back of that one. I thought I'd cleared up all my bits from before. So I'm going to try this grey. It's not one that I use very often. Ooh, no, it's going to be too dark. Maybe not. I'm going to give it a whirl and see what happens. I'm just going to add a little bit in. It's very watery. Start picking up. Actually, I'm quite liking this grey now. I know I turned my nose up at the beginning, didn't I? And now I'm going, I don't know, you don't normally get grey butterflies. You get white ones, don't you? I like cabbage and calabrese. We haven't even seen many of them this year. Though our neighbour down the road isn't doing his veggies as much this year. So they haven't got as much to eat, I'm afraid. So I don't think we're visiting him. Oop, too dark. See if we can recover. It's actually quite nice, it's got some blues in it as well. Just as I said that, all the blues started to come out. And you know what I am going to do? I am quite liking that. I am going to do a pop of pink on these two little bits, because I think then that'll just tie it into that background. And there we go. Get this off my table. I only need a smidgen and I want it to be really, really bright, so I'm going to see if my brush has got enough moisture in it, and it has. Ooh no, too much. There we go. Don't get me wrong, I wanted it bright, but not solid. That bright. Looks like painting with treacle. Didn't want that, did we? Right. How cool does that look? I'm actually tempted to put a little bit on his body as well. Might look like a ninja though, mightn't it? Because at the moment, do I do it? Yes or no? No, I'm going to play it safe. I've got we had enough going on tonight, didn't we, before we started. My second time's lucky. Oh, come on. Come on, water. And I'm hoping YouTube is okay. There we go. Bin bag down there. But yeah, those two little bits, boom, look cool, don't they? So I'm just going to give this a quick run at it. I'm actually really chuffed how that turned out. And you know what? I think I'm going to change my mind what we're doing, because this is going to look really cool. And then we've got the grey that'll come back on it. I'm wondering if I actually want to make a journal page and we'll just keep playing instead of making my card, because I think this will look nice with a load of white space behind it. So I think I'm going to swap. I know, always changing my mind. Cutting around and just being very careful of his little antennae, or her little antennae, and trying not to touch where I've coloured with it being brushed, because it will reactivate if my hands are too hot and sweaty. Moist, that sounds better, doesn't it? I'm sorry if I'm missing saying hello to any of you, but gremlins are in tonight, so I can't quite see all my lovely comments. There we go. Oops, daisy. I do love these butterflies. They are just so easy to cut out because you don't have to be careful. You just go for it. Oh, I keep doing that. I've moved my bin bag. Well, my bin. And now I keep going to put it in the bin and it's not there. I end up with a pile, aren't I, on the floor? So I'm going to check. Oh, I am going to swap this to my journal. So, you know me, I don't like going in order. We're going to work on this one. I'm actually going to stick that onto there, I think. So we've got that already. I know it's not much bigger than the piece that we were going to work on. But it is a little bit bigger, isn't it? And I'm thinking I want a really nice dark hickory smoke, a bit of distressing around the edge of that. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of this here, and then I'm going to use the lines to like make a frame around it. Yeah, see, I think it would work on a card. It's just I'm playing now. I've got into that, like, see, it'd look lovely on a card because it's a little bit different though, isn't it? So I'm into the playing mode and that's just not quite big enough to let me play. So I do think we're going to go like that, and then, right, I think I've decided. So pop you over there. I need to get to my page without, I think it's more by the look. It's looking lovely Sue tonight. I kind of had a plan, but it went way by the way when I did those really dark lines. I think it's that threw me, isn't it? The dark lines on it. So colour. I think I'm going to embrace that pink. So we've got the pink on the butterfly, we've got the pink in our background, and then I think I'm going to do pink again. So I know the only pink I've got is a Memento, so I'm going to use that. I could have put my brush out on my table, but as I'm running out of water, no, I'm going to do it. If I have to run off for some water, I have to run off, don't I? So where's my pink gone? There we go. Move over. So again, I'm just going to pop a little bit of brush out on my table. I think I did this with my stamp last week, didn't I? It's blue, it's got turquoise in it. So I'm just going to walk it out until we've got no bubbles, and then, but we want some ink, could be nice as well. Oh, inky pinkies. I'm never going to get a perfect stamp out of it, but I'm not quite looking for that. Put it too far away for me to work with properly. And then we need to do it up in this top corner, which could be interesting. So I'm just going to move my stamp right to the edge of my stamp base. I should have a square one somewhere. Okay. There we go. And now it's right up in that top corner on my stamp base. I can get right in with that. There we go. And you know how I say it's always easier to move your paper around? It really is, because it doesn't feel right trying to stamp like this, because I feel all cock-handed, cack-handed, whatever you call it. Yeah, I've done it way bigger up there, haven't I? Don't really see it anyway, do you? I'm going to do one more across the bottom. Again, it's one of those things, I know it's there, you guys know it's there. I'm going to rub that ink off there. And again, you can tell my stamp is now stained with the pink, but it's not damaging it because it's Brusho, and it doesn't. Oh, there we go. It's harmless. It just stains everything because it's pure pigment. Right, move that back up there for a second. I'm going to give this a quick dry. Should have gone one higher, but never mind. So, ooh, maybe we're going to offset it as well. Not quite sure, but I am liking it. Put that down there. Here's to a beautiful day. I knew there was some. Or was it Hello Awesome, the other one as well? If we do that way, and I think I quite like that offset actually, just like that a little bit. Might trim it down, to be honest. I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to go round that in black, and I think I'm still going to put those lines on there. So I'm going to grab my lines first. Well, no, I'm not. It's one of those chicken and eggs now, isn't it? I do like that being offset, so we're going to trim this piece down. Just satisfy my guillotine areas. I'm just going to take a smidgen off here. See, I came all prepared. I've cut all my cards, and then it's like, nah, just change my mind. Rubbish that way. I'm going to put this on first. I'm going to turn it around. It's curving that way, so I'm going to do that. Might even rough up them edges so I can find me rougher. Maybe. Don't want to go rooting too much because you never know what you'll find. Have some more tissues for Rosy Roodles. I swear I keep finding more and more. When she made some books for her teachers the other week, and I swear she got ink everywhere. I know it's her because it's not the colours I normally use. And it's like, how have you got it over there? There it is. There's my truffle upper. Move that over there. Nearly sent all my stamps flying off there. So I just need to do a little bit on here. And she must have used about 3 kitchen bowls. I exaggerate, probably about 1.5. But she had fun and she made something beautiful for her teachers. I keep meaning to share them actually. I'll share them on Friday when Bear's given his to his teacher. There we go, that's looking better, isn't it? Right, And I've done the right corners. Let me just grab some black, either black soot or hickory smoke. Now I can see my hickory smoke, but I'm just giving myself a chance to see my black soot, because I think I prefer black soot. One moment. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Hickory smoke it is then. I wasn't fussy, I was looking at my oxides and my inks. But no, neither of them. Let's just scoot you out the way. Definitely not using that in an oxide. Wouldn't use it in an ink either, to be fair. So I'm just going to grab I did say I was going grungy tonight, bright and grungy. Got a bit of bright, didn't we? Doesn't help me paper's curling. It makes it stressing a little bit tougher than it should be. There we go, right. I'll leave that there for now. You never know. We've introduced a colour, we might go back to it. Come on. Would help if I wipe my desk with the clean bit of the tissue, not the dirty bit. And I think that's going to go there like so. You're going to go there. And then we're going to have, we might even do our little Here's to a Beautiful Day over there. Right, I do want those black lines. Well, black or grey. Might do in grey actually. And then the only thing that's going to be black is those two bits. There we go. So I'm going to do a couple going up that side, and then just, I need my square one again because I'm going to have to get right into that top corner. Put it right on the top of my stamping block. There we go. Right, I'm going to start off with this tough one up at the top corner. I'm going to go across on this one, I think. And then that way it creates like a bit of a frame, doesn't it? It comes back to colour. I think it has to be grey, doesn't it? That's my grey. Pop that in there. Doing it. And then actually, I'm not going to stamp that just yet because I'll centralise it to the space I've got left. So that's going to go there. Where's my glue? Come on, glue. I know you're here somewhere. Let's flip my book back round. I don't like, if I've got lots of stamping to do, I don't like stamping onto my book, because if you can really see how much it moves. So if you're stamping onto that, you're not going to get a nice print. Whereas if you flip your page back like I did before, you get a really nice print. Not that it mattered for that, but it's a good habit to get into. Especially when you work all over your book like me. So if you're working front to back, you'd always have solid. Yeah, you'd always have those solid pages in your back cover. Whereas I jump around my book because I don't get daunted by a big book that needs filling. Oh, nope, my glue is completely gunked up. How's that happened? That glue is going nowhere tonight. Oh, there we go. Famous last words. Right, now I want to come out and play. Maybe it didn't. No, we're going to go with glossy accents, and then we'll do our blobs as well in glossy accents. Let's see if this one wants to work. Nope. There we go. I'm going to leave it on its side until we're done. I'm going to pop that there. Let's grab this one as well. And we're going to pop this one there-ish. Oh no, we're not. We're going to bring it back down a bit. Did you see what's happening with my line? No. Bring it back, bring it back. I should have moved it that way as well, but there we go. And now I can do my line. Put my lid back on my glossy accents before I get myself in a pickle. There we go. Right, and I want to stamp "Here's to a beautiful day." Not with that stamping block. Make it easier. So I'm going to move that to one side. You can see how that's shaping up. I'm not sticking anything else down until we have our saying now. So I just need a little scrap. I need one fatter than that. That one might do. There we go. So "Here's to a beautiful day." Not that one. That one. And pop that in there. There we go. I'm going to throw that over there. Let's give this a quick whiz with the heat gun. And now I just want to find a little bit of that grey just to mat it onto. There we go. So before I pop it on there, I am just going to grab a bit of dry kitchen roll. There we go, that'll do. So I want it to match this piece. So I'm just going to grunge it up a little bit, so distress it a little. There we go. I'm not going to spritz my desk, we're running low. I'm going to cheat again and use my glossy accents. I'm going to leave this a bit of a border. Oops. I'll do. I'm going to give it a minute to just grip, because it's not as quick to grip as the Cosmic Shimmer, so you just need to give it a little bit. When it does grip, it's amazing as a glue, because obviously it's a glaze, so it's nice and robust, but it just takes a little bit longer to... Oops, that moved. And I'm doing humongous border on this one because I want to chuff it up as well, because I've chuffed up that one, so I'm going to chuff up this one. Just realised you probably can't see my book. No, you can't. Do get carried away with me chuffer up, alright. Yeah, so useful though. Bits. We're going to have... Oh, there we go. Actually goes quite well there, doesn't it? Yeah. I sounded really surprised then, didn't I? I'm just going to pop a splodge under that corner. Ooh. I've got a gusher. There we go. Right. And then before I pop my saying on, I'm just going to do these little ones. Because otherwise I'll end up with like half of one. It bugs me when I've got to go back and try and fiddle and faff. Whereas doing it now is a lot easier, isn't it? It's stuck in place. I've not got to move it again. And anything that's going on top can just sit on top of it, can't it? Oh, pop a little bit of glossy accents on here, and we're going to bring that in here like so. And then, see, this is going to be the tricky bit, isn't it? And I'm not going to fluff it up or anything, because in my journal I want to try and keep it as flat as possible, because even just adding matte and layers, you're adding depth to your journal, aren't you? So if it was a card, obviously I would be fluffing those wings up like there was no tomorrow. But in a journal, not so much, because no matter what happens, they're going to get flattened, aren't they? It's a book. I think this one's going to go like that. I really do want the butterfly wings up, don't I? And these are just going to have a little dot as well. There you go. I am, what's the date today? 22nd. I am just going to add the date on it, because it's always nice to date your journal so you know when you're going back through it. It's really hard to write on the side here. 22nd, 2024. really hard trying to write on something that's not level. So there you go. Our monthly make for July 22nd. Yep. 2024. Let's double check the date then. So we have used, well, the big butterfly again and all of our texture stamps. So we've got our little pointy bits there, we've got our square bits, and we've got our lines. Very technical, aren't I, when I come to describe those texture stamps? But I think it's worked pretty well. I'm quite pleased with that. And yes, it would make a really good card. I just think it needed to be slightly bigger than that 5x7 I had, because I think you need a little bit of white space, but then I filled it anyway, didn't I? Never mind. So we will be back on Wednesday at 10:30. Yes, we will. Wednesday at 10:30. I'm trying to think what we've got on this week, because Bear's got lots in school again. So yeah, Wednesday 10:30 we will be here. Just to give you a heads up, we are out of the office next week, so August monthly make will be being sent on Friday. So if you are a ongoing subscription, or you pay in bulk before, all those will be going out on Friday. You can still order it up until midnight on the 31st as normal, and we'll get those out to you later next week. But you will be getting August early, which means we can then launch it early as well, which is kind of cool. So August monthly make will be being sent on Friday, and for those of you on an ongoing subscription or a big prepaid subscription on that as well, the bulk one, I can never remember what I've called it, where you pay for 3 months or 6 months block, they will be going out on Friday as well. The rest will go out on the 31st, because we'll take a few with us and post them out. Oh, thank you all for your lovely comments. But yeah, back Wednesday at 10:30. So I do hope you can join me then. Thank you for joining me tonight. I think the gremlins are finally gone, because I think this is the second time of trying to get live tonight, but we did it in the end. And she says that and it just starts to drop off again. Anyway, thank you for joining me thank you for joining me tonight. Do take care, stay safe, and I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.